Hello, my name is Sarah. I am a Christian and I'm from Sutton Schoolswork. Now we're going to be thinking about a very important person in the Christian faith. I wonder if you can guess who. His name begins with a J. We're thinking about Jesus. We're going to think about why he is important to Christians and how he helps them in life. But first, we're going to start with a quiz all about Jesus. I'm going to ask you some questions about what Christians believe about Jesus, and you need to decide if you think they are true or false. Are you ready? Well, here we go. Jesus was born in Birmingham. False.
He was born in Bethlehem.
The name Jesus means the Lord saves. True. Jesus invented the shower. False. Jesus made lots of people better when they were sick. True. Jesus spent most of his life as a carpenter. His job was to make things with wood. True. Jesus was born on the 25th of December. False. We don't know the exact date he was born, but that's when we celebrate it. Jesus died on a cross. True. Jesus was Jewish. True. The first followers of Jesus, his disciples, were actually the first Christians. Jesus was the Son of God. True. Do you know what Christian's special book is called? It begins with a B. It's the Bible, and the Bible tells us all about Jesus' life on earth. Do you know how many years ago Jesus was born in that stable? It was around 2,000 years ago, a long time ago. So first, let's find out why Jesus was so important to people back when he was on earth and how he helped people then. Now, Christians believe that God created the whole world and that it was amazing. But then, over time, people started to mess the world up. They started to do things wrong, things that hurt themselves and others and God's beautiful world. Now this meant people couldn't be close to God anymore. So, all throughout the Bible, God promised that he would send someone that would save the world from all those bad things that were happening. Someone really special would come to the earth and help people to be friends with God again. Christians believe that Jesus, God's Son, was that special person, and that made him really, really important. Christians believe Jesus helped people in so many different ways. He was kind and loving to everyone he met. He taught people about God. He told people stories to help them understand God. He made sick people better. He did things called miracles, which were amazing things like bringing people back from the dead, walking on water, multiplying food, stopping storms. Wow! And then he died on the cross. Can you remember what time of year Christians remember that? Easter time. Now that might seem really sad, but actually Christians believe it was a good thing, because by doing that, Jesus took the punishment for all those bad things people had done. It meant they could be forgiven by God. But then he came back to life. So Jesus did so many things while he was on earth. Can you tell someone next to you one way he helped others 2,000 years ago? But what about now? Christians believe about 40 days after Jesus came back to life, he went back up to heaven to be with God. So, we might think, how on earth can someone who we physically can't still see help people today? Let's hear from some Christians as to why Jesus is still so important and how he does help them today in 2020.
So Jesus is really important to me, and he always has been, because I've been a Christian my whole life. And if it wasn't for Jesus, I don't know where I'd be today. Jesus has really stuck by me through the good times and the tough times too. For example, the year 2020, it was a really tough year and some difficult things happened. But Jesus was there right beside me every single step of the way, holding my hand, assuring me that everything was going to be okay. And it's a bit like that in every life situation. Jesus has been there always, in the good times and the bad. And things like fears and worries that I sometimes have, Jesus is still there assuring me that it's going to be okay and that he is with me everywhere I go.
Jesus helps me to make important decisions. If I'm not sure what to do in a situation, I ask Jesus and he helps me.
I think it's important because he gives me a sort of purpose in my life and he enables me to find peace in whatever difficult situations I find myself in. He helps me to overcome my temptation to anger. And he gives me the power, I think, to love and to forgive people. I can't really imagine a life if I didn't have Jesus with me.
Jesus is the most important person in my life. More important than my family and friends, although it is sometimes hard to remember this. I know Jesus is my best friend and that he will always be my friend and love me no matter what happens to me. When I pray, I know that I'm talking to Jesus and that he is listening to me.
This wasn't always true, but I'd say now that Jesus really is my best friend. And it might seem strange saying, but a best friend, you can't even see him, which is true. But do you know what? I know that he helps me every day. I know that he loves me and he cares about me and he only wants the best for me. A few years ago, my family had a really sad time, and it was a scary time as well. We didn't know what to do, but what I do know is that when we talk to Jesus about it, that he helped us and he's still helping us even today. So knowing Jesus has been the best thing that ever happened in my life, really.
Jesus is important to me because he gives me a purpose, because I know I am loved, and because I know I'm never alone.
Well, Jesus is a friend to me. He's someone who is always there. Even though I can't see him, I can talk to him, I rely on him, I know that he will help me and support me, whatever I'm going through. So Jesus is a very special friend.
Jesus is so important in the Christian faith because Christians believe that he made a way for people to be friends with God again when he came to the earth 2,000 years ago and died for them so they could be forgiven. In the Bible, the angel said this to Joseph about Mary. She will give birth to a son. You will name the son Jesus. Give him that name because he will save his people from their sins. Even though Christians can't physically see Jesus today, like we can other people, Jesus is like a best friend for Christians. They believe they can talk to him anytime they want to, and believe that he will listen and talk back. They also believe he still does miracles, things like healing people, as well as so many other things. But most importantly, Christians believe that Jesus loves them and is always there to help them with whatever happens in their lives. Here's some questions for you to think about. Why is Jesus important for Christians? How did Jesus help people when he was on the earth 2,000 years ago? How does Jesus help people today? This is one of my favourite quotes from the Bible that Jesus said, "Have peace in me. In this world you will have trouble, but be brave. I have defeated the world." It reminds me that Jesus doesn't promise a perfect life, but he does promise to be there for me and to give me peace. And whenever I feel scared or nervous or sad, I know I can talk to him and he will always help me to feel happier, more peaceful and a bit braver too. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have learned a little bit more about why Jesus is important for Christians and how he helps them. Bye!